So, like I told you before, I'm not a lawyer, right? All I can do is look up information online, right? And see what I can do legally, like I said. I can still sue public for the slip and fall, right? Like before. Why? Because they own the parking lot, right? It happened in their parking lot. I got a witness I can call to the stand, even if he's a hostile witness. You understand? Right? My own cousin. My own cousin. Saw it happen. He saw the other guy try to help me up, and I couldn't get up right away either. See, that's another point. hmm Now, am I lying, though? No, I was in a hurry because I had left my card at the house, right? Came back, and when I was going back inside, my shoe suddenly slipped out in front of me. Is it, you know, my fault, public's fault, an accident? Again, all the above, all the above. Right, right. Whole point to it all, too, right? Well, like I said, we all know that. But there used to be, right, a time when you can sue businesses for slip and falls. That's not fake, right? What does that mean? Well, I didn't plan on it, right? Though in a hurry, right? And I'm, ain't had another injury like that in over a year and a half, right? So again, right? So are you again, I don't know, talking about it amongst yourselves again? What happened with the other story, right? Trying to rehash it. Bet that shit won't happen again if you try to sue again, right? Bet you're saying that. Bet you're saying that. But see, that's where you're becoming again false prophets. What that means is you're trying to say, I know, that when I used to could sue somebody for having an accident on their property, I can't do that no more. That's called tort law. In fact, Michael Hostelo mentioned that in one of his ads a couple years ago, which is what got me to file against the company anyway. Though we have a non-disclosure agreement about using the name anymore, right? So I won't use the name anymore. Now, there's also, if you have a co-signer on your tax return, that's the only way that person can release your tax return unless you have a non-disclosure agreement with it. Again, she's being a whistleblower herself. Now, if you have a wife, Mr. Trump, she's not lying. You are. She's not hiding your tax returns. It looks like you are now. So your only option is to release them all. Because she's the only one other than you who would sign it and can release it. We all know that, right? And we know you're not wanting to release it, right? You're showing that. But someone's not using their head, and someone is. So no. Someone's trying to expose you as an insurance fraud. I mean, an IRS fraud, right? Now, I'm just a disabled veteran trying to get all the money I need to live and make it after I fail. Now, the thing is, I did work before I joined the Navy. The only ones who think I wasn't working are the shipmates who gave me 2.7 evals, but didn't trade me. In fact, they were acting like I was supposed to know everything through osmosis, even though I never worked on the ship before I did any electrical work. Not me, not you. I was trying to wait for them to train me. By the way, I was so naive about it, I didn't know what the books was on the shelf they showed me when I first got there, if they had to do with electricity or not, right? Even if they were to tell me that, I still would have had to figure out which book to go to, right, to do the work. Right? I wouldn't automatically know that either. See, that's where your shipmates are supposed to train you, right, and say, well, here's the work card for this work job, right? This book goes with this work card so you can do the work, right? Fully. If you don't know that at all, right? You don't know that at all, right? That's what I'm showing you with the PT course and why I made a 3.6 grade average, right? I have the information right in front of me, right? Now, because, again, the course is kind of a rush job, right? I passed the course, right? With what would be a 90 average, right? Which ain't bad for someone you're also claiming is paranoid, schizophrenic, and mentally ill, and so disabled what? Right? He can't do nothing anymore, right? See, I can't fully agree with that with the Navy and the VA either, because why? They're just putting me out the pasture to me, right? And it's not like I can work physically or mentally, so I'm forced to accept that, right? Okay? It's called blackballing someone, where you're giving them a disability to where it's difficult for them to date or even, work, but it's more physical than mental for me. Because from boot camp, A school, and when I was working in the galley, King, I did okay. It was when you guys got a hold of me, my eval suffered. Why is that? You weren't training me? That's why. I didn't know what to do. And I do not think I have osmosis, by the way. Maybe you did. Maybe you were blaming me for your electrocution, right? Whoops. Back in December, when I first got to the ship, was kind of on observe only for the first month, right? But for the first year of my being in the Navy, I did the job I was assigned, right? With no problem, right? It wasn't until you and me and whatever's going on in your fucked up minds started messing with me. I know. Now, even with Christian Fellowship Church trying to teach me they jerk off with their units, is that what they were teaching you too? Mm-hmm. All I could ask, because you seem to think I was gay before I went out there. Mm-hmm. Right? Before the 2020 program aired. Right? Because, see, the first 3 months, January, February, and March, I'm in the galley anyway. Mm-hmm. That's my first year. That's why I got 3.8 evals the first year. But then when I got back to Portsmouth, I got back my E3. How's that? You're doing your job. I was doing my job again. Even though it was a simple job, it was important to the people in Medhold, right? And med boards, right? And I got my E3 back. Seemed a little fishy there. Where was the problem? On the ship? On the ship. Right. They weren't training me? Right. But I was still trying to work and do jobs I could do. Like I told you, I was painting the ship. I was cleaning the head. I was doing the work parties. And not leaving it till I was properly relieved. That's all I could do. I was kind of working more as a bosun's mate than an electrician. But like I told you, I would sooner do that than let them do me anally. Which even I know that's against the UCMJ. Right? They should know that too. And I wasn't biting just because they were giving me a little bit of a hard time either. You gotta do more than that. Like, try to code red me or something. I don't know if they did or not. Like I said, I don't know. Then I would have to fight them to the death if they're trying to code red me, and I can't prove that either. Though I wouldn't know that or suspect that till a few good men came out in '94, right? Right. Right. Though again, like with the car wreck, that was only a few days, right? Maybe by then I'm telling them because of the car wreck, I'll wake up by morning. No matter what you do to me. Even if you try to throw me overboard, I'll wake up in my barracks. I don't know. I don't know. My bunk. Where I went to sleep at. Because, see, then they're trying to code red me or murder me, and I don't remember that part. Though they might accuse Myron and David, I don't know about them either, but like I said, right? I don't know. We are hanging out, and I'm hanging out with them to show I'm trying to be their friend, not just bum a ride for them once in a while, right? Doing what I can, because they're physically stronger, right? In the first place, right? Myron, David, and Russell. But I don't recall anything like that happening around them, right? Right, right. Either. That's all I can tell you, too. But that's my shipmates not doing their job, and that's all I can say about it, too. They're not training me right to where I know what I'm doing after I'm off the ship, right? And I only know what they taught me in A school, and that's it. Which doesn't mean I know how to work on anything electrical unless I take a new electrical course and learn how to actually do it, right? Now, like I said, the only thing I know specifically is the logic circuit, and I might can wire, like I said, the fan in the bedroom still going strong. So it is. Right? That's it. That's it. That took a while because of the disability. I know. I wasn't able to just go in there and wire it up in the day. Right, right. Took a while. Took a while to do one little job too. Right. So now I'm trying to go into the music business. I'm waiting on a call from LA Film School, trying to see something can go in music production there. All right. Okay.